Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Om Namaschandikaye. Hari Om. So yesterday we chanted the Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. Today we will see the meaning of these 32 names, so that when we chant it becomes more, we'll be able to connect with it more. First we'll chant together once and then we will start. The 32 names of Durga, Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. It's there in the page number 3, no? Shall we chant together? Om Durga Durga-dvatrimsat-mala Durga-dvatrimsannamamala Durga-machedini Durga-sadhini Durga-nashini Durga-dvatrimsat-mala Durga-nihantri Durga-mapaha Durga-majnanada Durga-daityaloka-davanala Durgama Durgamaloka Durgamatmaswarupini Durgamargaprada Durgamavidya Durgamashrita Durgamajnana samsthana Durgamadhyana bhasini Durgamoha Durgamaga Durgamarthaswarupini Durgama Surasamhantri Durgama Yudhadharini Durgamangi Durgamata Durgamya Durgameshwari Durgabhima Durgabhama Durgabha Durgadarini Nama Velimimam Yastu Durgaya Mama Manava Padhet Sarva Bhayan Mukto Bhavishyati Na Samshayah. So yesterday we saw what is this 32 mantras which is given by, these mantras are given by Durga Parameshwari herself. This is about Durga Parameshwari and revealed by Durga Parameshwari. So if we chant this mantra with faith, that will always protect us from all kinds of dangers and negativities. Now, first nama in this, Dvatrimsat 32. In 32 names, the first nama is Durga. Who is Durga? Who is Durga? Durga is actually Parvati herself. When Jagadamba, Sri Parvati, is in an active form, so then Jagadamba is known as Durga. Like, suppose there is a person who is a police, so when he is at home, he is just a person. But when he wears his uniform, then he becomes another person. Like that, Sri Jagadamba, when she is in her active form, then she is known as Durga. Some people have some idea that Durga is the daughter of Shiva. It is not daughter of Shiva. Durga is actually wife of Shiva. The daughter is Kalika. Okay? So Kalika is sometimes considered as daughter of Shiva because from Bhagavan's Jada, Jagadamba appeared. So sometimes Kali is sometimes called as Shiva Suta, the daughter of Shiva. Durga is Parvati herself, one who is the Jagadamba herself. Please come in. Please come. Please enter, no problem. So that is so what is the meaning of Durga? Durga means Dukkhena Gamyate Prapyate iti Durga. So this Durga can be split into two. Dura plus Ga. Ga is to go, Gamagach. to approach. Durga means the one who is very difficult to approach. Or the one who is very difficult to understand. Who is Durga? It's very difficult for our mind to comprehend her. And Durga is somebody who cannot be conquered. No asuras can go near her. Dukkena gandum yogya. So very, very difficult to approach, very, very difficult to conquer, very, very difficult to understand. And of course, very, very difficult to realize. So, she is the ultimate power. Ya Devi Sarvabhudeshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasya Namaste. So, she is the embodiment of power. She is embodiment of Shakti. So, it is impossible for people other than Bhaktas. For Bhakta, she is, not Durga, she is Suga. Suga means one who can approach her very easily. But for all the foes and, those people whose heart is filled with ego, for them, it's very difficult to comprehend her, understand her, approach her. What to talk about conquer her? Impossible. So that is the meaning of Durga. First word, Durga, the one who cannot be approached very easily, unconquerable, one who cannot be conquered by anyone. Durga. What is the next word? The next nama? Durgarti Shamani. Durga Arti Shamani. Shamani, the one who removes. What? Arti. Arti, different kinds of afflictions, different kinds of problems, different kinds of troubles. She is the one who removes different problems, troubles from our life. What kind of trouble? Durgam. Durgam means that is impossible to remove. See, some things, I am very hungry. We go to the kitchen and eat something. So that hunger is also a dukkha. But that we also can conquer. Go and eat something, gone. We have some little bit of headache, we take a medicine, gone. So that is, we are able to manage. But she is able to manage impossible. What is that which is impossible to manage? Samsara. No, see, all other things somehow, but how can we come out of this unending cycle of birth and death? That is not possible only by self-effort. Of course, self-effort is very much needed, but along with self-effort, we need the grace, we need the blessings of Jagadamba. So, who is Jagadamba? Durga Arti Shamani, the one who can, help us to cross over most difficult sufferings, problems, troubles in our life. Durga Arti Shamani. Durga Vinivarini. Who is she? She is Durga Apat Vinivarini. Durga Apat. Vinivarini, one who is able to remove apat. Apat, danger. What kind of danger? Terrible dangers. See, one thing is, we have our own prarabdha, so we go through the prarabdha. But Jagadamba is someone who can, even cancel it. She is so powerful, although jivas are supposed to go through their prarabdha, but if she wishes, she can cancel it also. That is if she is also like everyone else, then what is kartum, akartum, anyadha kartum cha shakyate. She can do akartum, she may not do anyadha kartum, she can change. So Durga Apat Vinivarini, one who is capable to remove terrible problems and dangers from our life. So who is Durga? Says, Dukkha-daridrya-nashaya sangrami vijayaya cha krura shatru vinashartham tadogra karma sadhane Durgam cha pujayet bhaktya paraloka sukhaya cha. Why should we worship Durga? Dukkha daridrya nashaya. If you worship Durga with great faith, she is capable to remove all kinds of sufferings, sorrow from our life. Daridrya, poverty can be removed. Sangrame vijayaya cha. When we are about to start any type of war, war is not only in a battlefield, but we know, each and every day is a war. Getting up from the bed itself is So, she is Sangrame Vijayaya. Sometimes when we feel that we can't move on, remember Durga, she will give you that strength to get up. To face the trouble. Sangrame Vijayaya cha. Krura Shatru Vinashaya. When we are attacked with terrible enemies, Jagadamba can help us. Tadha Ugra Karma Sadhane. Sometimes, people are doing all kinds of black magic on us. Stambhanam, Uchchadanam, Ityadi. That also she can handle. Durgam cha pujayet. When all these conditions are there, you worship Durga. And paraloka sukhaya cha. Not only here. If you worship Durga and if you are interested to go to the Surga, that will be given. Or if you wish to enter into the Devi's Loka, that also given. Or if you only want moksha, no more return, that also can be given by Durga. Bhukti Mukti Pradayini. Durga Durgartishamani. Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. Durgamachedini. Chedini, the one who cuts. One who cut aside Durgamam. Durgamam, terrible fate. In our life, because of our Purva karma, because of our some karma in some life, sometimes very terrible knots comes to our life. We cannot cross over them. You pray to Jagadamba, she will help us to Durgamachedini. She can cut them. She is capable, she is embodiment of power, embodiment of compassion. If we have faith and chant this mantra with real faith, she will help us to, destroy, which is very difficult to destroy. Durgamachedini, one can cut all that which is very terrible in our life. Durga Sadhini. She is also Durga Sadhini. Sadhini, the one who helps us to accomplish unimpossible tasks. Sometimes, we want to achieve something, and then if you tell your friends or family, they will say, oh, what are you telling? It is not possible for you. And sometimes we also feel, I may not be able to do it. But if you have some high hope in your life, higher goals in your life, and you want to achieve it, worship Durga and she will help you to achieve it. Durga Sadhini. Durgam Dukkena Gandham. That which is impossible to accomplish. By the grace of Jagadamba, that also can be accomplished. Durga Sadhini. Durga Nashini. She is Durga Sadhini also. Durga Nashini. Nashini, that which, the one who removes, one who destroys. Durgam. Durgam, terrible things in life. Enemies. There are Adidevika, Adibodhika, Adhyatmika, Dukkha. 3 types of sorrows in this world. That sorrow which comes from the universe. Sometimes Adivrishti, Anavrishti. There is no rain, there is no water to drink, and next day onwards is flood. So there is sometimes it's like that. Sometimes we think, oh, it's so hot, and it rains, pour down, and then flood is there. Like all that suffering which comes from the Adi Daivikam. which is natural causes, and adibhaudika, from other people, other things, there are sufferings. And the main one is adhyatmika, from within, in the form of different kinds of diseases, different kinds of mental agitations, that all can be destroyed. She has the power to control and destroy all different types of dukkha, which is impossible to remove. Durganashini, Durgamachedini, Durgasadhini, Durganashini. That terrible fate also can be removed. Durgatodharini. Next mantra is very beautiful. Durgata Uddharini. Sometimes, because of different reasons, we slip from the path of dharma. We slip from the path of dharma, and then we started to do things which are, not very appreciable. We start to do things which are against dharma, which are against the, that will actually pull us down. Sometimes it happens to people that we do not know how such things happened. There are people who are suffering from, drinking problems, drug problems. Not only that, there are different problems inside. We know that what we are doing is wrong. But we become enslaved to habits. We become so powerless. We want to come out. There are many people, they have problems, drug and all that. They want to come out. It's not that they don't want to come out, but they're sucked into it. They have no power to come out. So what we should do? Of course, we should keep on trying and then take refuge at Jagadamba. Durgato Dharini. Even a person who is fallen deep into the papa, that person also shall be saved by Durga. If we have committed some sins, we have made some mistakes, repent. Repent and pray to Jagadamba, oh Mother, please save me. She is capable to save us from all kinds of troubles in life. Durgatodharini. Gita, Bhagavan says, Apichet suduracharaha bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhureva samandavyaha samyak vyavasito hisa. Apichet suduracharaha, not duracharaha. Suduracharaha means has done all kinds of mistakes. He has done all the nishiddha karma. He has fallen into the trap of papa. But if that person also remember Durga, Durge, call to her. Ask her to save you. She is so compassionate that she can remove all types of papa and then save us. Durgatodharini. Durgatam Uddharini. Uddharini, one who saves from Durga. That means all kinds of sinful terror. Otherwise it is difficult to come out. But with her grace, we shall be able to be saved from any troubles or all kinds of sins. Durga Nihantri. Nihantri, the one who destroys Durga. There was one Asura named Durgasura. That Durgasura was destroyed by Jagadamba. That's why one reason for Bhagavati's Nama is Durga, because she killed Nihantri, one who killed Durga. Durgaha, Pullinga. So one who is, otherwise not able to conquer. What is that Asura? What is that Asura which is impossible to conquer? It is our Kama. Our desires. Kama is the Kamayesha, Krodhayesha, Rajoguna Samapma, Mahapmano, Mahapapma, Vidyena Mihavairina. Everything, Krodha, Lobha, everything comes from Kama. Kama means unending desires. See, but then we wanted to come for this Kama. Is it also a Kama? That is good Kama which will save us. This Dushkama, Durkama, that is known as Durga. Durga Nihantri. She helps us to come out of all kinds of strong attachments and lust and greed and anger and all those she has the capacity to destroy. Durga Nihantri. Durgamapaha. Durgama apaha. Apaha, one who removes. Apahanti iti apaha. One who removes. What? Durgamam. Durgama, otherwise impossible to remove. Such things also can be removed by her. Durgama apaha. Apaha, the one who removes. What? Terrible fate in our life. Durgama apaha. How is it all possible? Because Durgama Jnanada. Who is she? Jnanada. What is Jnanada? Jnanam dadati idi Jnanada. The one who gives the. In Sanskrit, if you add the word to anything, it will make the one who gives. So Jaladam. We call clouds Jaladam because Jalam dadati idi Jaladam. So Vadidam, Jaladam. So like that, if you here also, Bhagavati is, who is Bhagavati? Durgamajnana da. The one who gives jnanam. What kind of jnana? Physics, chemistry, biology, that jnanam. Of course, that also she gives, but that is not Durgamajnanam. That jnana which cannot be comprehended easily. What is that jnana which is difficult to comprehend? It's known as Atma Jnana. No, what is there? I attended 1 year Vedanta course. You just tell me. I will tell you what is Atma. What is the meaning of Atma? What are the different definitions of Atma? Which Upanishad says what? What is there so much? That is only Paroksha Jnana. See, when we speak about Atma, Brahma, Atma, Paramatma, that is also indirect knowledge only. What is the direct knowledge? We have experiential knowledge of Atma. That is known as Durgama Jnanam. It is very easy to, study Vedanta and other textbooks, etc. And it's much more easy to preach. But to experience it, we need the grace of Jagadamba. That's why Durgama Jnanam. Durgama Jnana da. The one who gives that kind of jnana which is otherwise impossible to gain. Durgama Jnana da. Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. Who is she? He is Anala. She is like a fire. What kind of fire? Davanala. Davanala, wild forest fire. Forest fire. Why forest fire? Because the other fire, etc., there is some extinguisher, etc., we can do something. But once the forest fire break out, even very developed countries like US, etc., they burn, so much. They have all facilities, everything they say. But every year we see how much, that is very difficult. Once the forest fire break out, it is very difficult to destroy. And when it comes, whatever is there in the way, everything will be consumed. So powerful. So she is also like Davanala. She is like that forest fire. Nobody can stop her. Davanala for what? Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. She is like the wild forest fire for the worlds of Daityas. Daitya, demons. Rakshasas. And Rakshasas, lokas are very powerful. Nobody can approach the forts of Daityas. They are very strong. They are very powerful. They are very strong and powerful as long as mother never comes there. The moment Durga appears, she is like the wildfire which will destroy their loka in a fraction of a second. Everything is gone. Hey, where is my loka? All gone. Durga Daityam. Daitya loka. Daitya means No, ditehe apatyam puman. We think that these are all synonyms. They are not synonyms, okay? Daitya, Danava, Rakshasa, Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, they are all different. They are all Asura Gana. Like there is Deva Gana. You know, Devas are there, Aditya, Vasavaha, Rudraha, Tramurtayaha, Gandharvaha, Yakshaha, Kinnaraha, Siddhaha, Charanaha, so many are there. They are all put together, they are all considered as Deva Gana. Like we are all considered as Manushya Gana. We are not same. Everyone is different. Different types of human beings are there. Vargas are there. Caucasians are there and Mongoloids are there. So all of us put together known as Manushya Gana. Like that Deva Gana. Like there is Asura Gana. And among the Asura Gana, the highest, the most powerful group is known as Daityaha. What is the meaning of Daitya? Ditehe apatyam puman. The son, the children of Diti. The first sister is Aditi. Aditi's children are Adityaha. Second sister is Diti. Diti's children are known as Daityaha. The third sister is Danu. Danu's children are known as Danavaha. So they are all different groups. Among all the Asuragana, the most powerful one are known as Daityaha. Who are Daityas? There are many, but most powerful one was that Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. They are all Daityas. Bhagavan himself should come. Then only there is any hope to destroy them. So, and who is Jagadamba? Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. That Daityas are inconquerable. We cannot conquer them. We are there, they are so powerful, but Jagadamba Durga, for Durga Parameshwari, she is like the wildfire for the worlds of Daityas. What is this Daitya? What is this Diti? See, these are all, I'm sure you know that, the father is same. Who is the father? Kashyapa. Okay? Who is Kashyapa? Pashyakaha. Kashyapa is Pashyaka. Varna Vibhajaya should happen. So become Kashyapa, Pashyaka become Kashyapa. Pashyaka means what? The seer, the one who is the witness. I am the witness. I am now seeing all of you. Like that, the inner witness is known as Kashyapa, Pashyaka. And when the inner witness is associated with different thought waves, what we call as the sisters, no? Who are the sisters? Didi, Aditi, Danu. They are all thought waves. They are all different thoughts which are appearing in our mind. So when the Pashyaka, Kashyapa is associated with different thought flows, different anubhuti, different experiences, different confusions, it happens. So Aditi means that thought flow which helps us to see oneness. When our mind is associated with, so actually Kashyapa is the mind, Pashyakaha, the seer. When the seer is associated with the thoughts which are showing oneness, then the children are Aditya, Devatas. When our mind is associated with Diti means Dvaitam. When I see that I am different, you are different, he is different, she is different. So when this Dvaita Buddhi is known as Diti. When the Pashyaka, the Jiva, is associated with Dvaita Buddhi, then Daityas comes to our mind. So like that. So, who is Jagadamba? Jagadamba is the one who removes all kinds of dualities. That's why Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. She is like the wildfire which removes all kinds of Daitya vritti, all kinds of waves of dualities, which is the Dudiyadvai bhayam bhavati. Why there is fear in our heart? Because we think that I am different from you. you are different from me. As long as this different, the feel of difference is there, so long there will be fear. So how can be fearless? Says, Didiyad vai bhayam bhavati, abhayam vai brahma. When we see that everything is Brahman, Paramatma itself is appearing in different names and forms. When we see that oneness, then we are free from dukkha, from fear. So that's why Durga-dvatrimsat-mala. Next, Durgama. Durgama, the one who is very difficult to approach. Durgama. Durgama aloka. Aloka. Have you heard this? In North India, this name is very common. Alok. Alok. What is the meaning of alok? Alok means light. Prakashaha. So I actually met a boy. So I asked him, what is your name? Alok. What is the meaning of alok? Then only he is first time thinking, what is the meaning of my name? Alok. Acha naam hai. Alok means Prakash. Okay, so Durgama Alok, that Prakasha which is very difficult to achieve. Durgama Aloka, that light which is very difficult to achieve. What is that light which is difficult to achieve? Atmabhas. The power, the light of consciousness. It's there. But it is difficult to achieve because of our mind is scattered in this world. So, Durgamaloka, who is the embodiment of the divine light, which is his own true nature. The light of consciousness. Durgamaloka. So Bhagavati is the light of consciousness. Durgamaloka. Durgamatmaswarupini. Who is Jagadamba? Atmaswarupini. She is none other than our own Atma. Our own true self. But how is that true self? Durgama. Difficult to understand. See, think about ourselves. We are attending these Vedanta classes and all that for how many years now? Okay. And when I tell you the word Atma, honestly, when I say Atma, what do you really feel? Is any of you feel that when I say Atma, do you feel that I? Really, okay? Is any one of you feel that the moment I say Atma, do you feel I? No, we think that Atma is also something else. Isn't it? So even though we studied Vedanta and we know that Atma, Atma is self, etc., but we don't feel it. We feel that Atma is somebody else, something else. So that is the problem, you see. Now, kya karenge? So, itna so studied so many Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, everything, but still, when we hear Atma, we feel somebody else. Why? Because that is the Swarupa of Atmajnana. Durgam Atmaswarupini. Atmajnana is not, very easy to understand and achieve. This is Durgamam. Durgamam, difficult to comprehend. Why? Because it is our true nature. If this was something different from us, see please, 1 minute. If our intellect was able to comprehend Atma, we would have been able to understand it. Please understand, Atma is even beyond the scope of intellect. Na tatra vaggacchati na manaha. Yen manasana manude yenahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. This Atma is not something comprehended by our intellect. That's why the problem, you see. If this was something which our intellect can comprehend, No? So sometimes people take PhD in Atma. But after PhD in Atma also, actually they have not experienced it. If they have experienced, they will not go for PhD. You see? I mean, it's not that. Durgamatma Swarupini. What is this Devi? Devi is that Atma Swarupini which is impossible to comprehend. Incomprehensible. That is Atma, but that is Atma Swarupini. She is the embodiment of that Atma. She is Atma. Durga Marga Prada. Oh. So, if Jagadamba is the Atma Swarupini, Mother, I also want to know Atma. Why you want to know Atma? Because then I will be able to sell it. Okay, then you will know Atma. So Atma also means Indriya, Sharira, etc. But the Atma, Sachidananda Brahma, that Pratnyana, Yamatma Brahma, that Atma, our true self, can be achieved by the grace of Jagadamba. That is known as Durga Marga Prada. She is the one who gives us that path which is very difficult to achieve. See, this is not only in Adhyatma Jivita. See, we want to become a powerful person, we want to become a rich person, we want to become whatever we want. We want to become the best artist. Please understand, to become the best, we have to sacrifice. Without sacrifice, without tyaga, tyagena eke amrudatva manashu. If you want to become anything, you should be ready to sacrifice. The problem with us is, we want to become, very important and all that, but we are not ready to sacrifice. We are not ready to work hard. So, who is Jagadamba? Jagadamba is Durga Marga Prada. She is the one who can open up the path, Marga. She is the one who can lead us through the path which is very difficult. What is that difficult part? The difficult path is the path to excellence. See, that's what the Mahabharata says. Muhurtam julitam shreyaha natu dhumayitam chira. If we can live for one moment blazing, burning, that is better than living hundreds of years smoking. Not the smoking, there's only smoke come from us. Durga Marga Prada. Bhagavati is ready. If you are ready, Jagadamba is ready to take you to the best. She is ready to open up the doors, whether it is Atmanubhuti or Surga Prapti or the excellence in the world, whatever you want. You want to become the best musician, you want to become the best dancer, you want to become the best orator, you want to become the emperor of the universe. Ready. She is there with you. But for that, you should walk. She is ready to open up the doors. But she will not walk for you, that you have to walk. Are you ready? If you are ready, worship her. She will take you into such heights. Not only in spiritual, even in the worldly life. So Durga Marga Prada, one who is capable to open up those doors which are very difficult to open. Durga Marga Prada, Durgama Vidya. And she is the one who is the manifestation of that knowledge which is not easy to comprehend. Durgama Vidya, that knowledge which cannot be accomplished very fastly. Durgama Ashrita, Durgama Ashrita, the one whom we can take refuge in. She is the supreme refuge for all of us. Once we take refuge at her, then there is nothing to worry. She is Durgama Ashrita. But it is very difficult to take refuge at her lotus feet. But once we take refuge at her lotus feet, there is nothing to worry. She will take care of us. Durgama Ashrita, Durgamajnana Samsthana. She is the Samsthana. Samsthana, she is the abode. She is the abode of knowledge which is otherwise impossible to gain. Durgama Jnana Samsthana. She is the seat of, she is the abode of that knowledge, wisdom, which is otherwise, without her grace, without her blessing, impossible to comprehend. Durgama Jnana Samsthana. The Samsthana is, sometimes, Samsthana means state. Not our like Kerala state, Karnataka state. So one more Samsthana, no. Durgama Jnana Samsthana. Samsthana means actually Samyak Sthiyate, where it rests, abode. So where the greatest wisdom rests, that is Jagadamba. So she is Durgama Jnana Samsthana. She is the abode of the highest wisdom and knowledge. Durga Madhyana Bhasini. And she is the Bhasini, one who puts light in Dhyanam, in deep meditation. Durga Madhyana. Okay, what is Dhyana? Dhyana means concentration. Dhyana means when our mind is flowing into one object without a stop. Ajyadharaya Srotasa samam sarala chindanam viralataf param. What is dhyana? See, now our mind, think about, I'm sure that today morning when you are trying to do meditation, that is the time you remembered. Hey, have I switched off the AC in my room or not? That is the thing. When we sit for our meditation, all kinds of rubbish things comes to us. Very difficult. But Durgamadhyana Bhasini, when we are able to remove all those kinds of distractions from our mind, and when we do one-pointed meditation. So Durgamadhyana Bhasini, there are two meanings. One who helps us to enter into deep meditation. Second meaning, when we enter into that deep meditation, the one who shines forth herself in our heart. When our mind is completely aligned, when our mind is calm and quiet, and then it is continuously doing the Atma Chintanam. So what happens? In that mind, she manifests herself. That is Durgama Dhyana Bhasini, one who enshrines that dhyana which is otherwise impossible to gain. Durgama Dhyana Bhasini, Durga Moha. Durga Moha means, see, all people have lots of moha. Moha are desires. And the greatest desire is to be one with Jagadamba. So, Durga Moha means impossible. If there is no bhakti, you see, in the Devi Mahatmya, the story comes of Shumbha Nishubha. They were the most powerful in this entire universe. And then they wanted to conquer Devi and make, Devi a collection. That's what they said. When they sent their message to Devi, through Sugriva, what they said was, we are the best collectors. What collector? District collector? No. We have a hobby. What is the hobby? We want to collect the best in the world. So we have the best, the best car, the best jeep, the best airplane, everything, the best we have. Yes, if you read the Vimat, you will see this. So we have everything the best. Now we heard that you are the best among women. So we want to, Stri Ratnam. Ratna bhujo vayam. We are the one who collects the Ratna. Ratna means the best. So, but says Durga Moha. It is only Moham only. If we want to conquer her because of our health or prosperity or what you call power, Durga Moha, it's only a illusion that we will be able to conquer her. So Durga Moha, Durga Maga. So very difficult to approach her. Durga Maga, Durga Martha, Durga Moha, Durga Maga, Durga Martha Swarupini, and she's embodiment of that Artha, which is otherwise impossible to get. In our life, we want to achieve something, and then now it looks like it is impossible to get. But if you take refuge in Jagadamba, worship her, then she will make sure that our goals, even though it is impossible, it seems to be impossible, will gain. Whether it is wealth, whether it is power, whether it is position, whether it is whatever you want of this world. Actually, all these worldly desires are tucham for her. There are people who want to go to heavens. So compared to the Surga Moha, all the mohas of this world is tucham. But if you worship Jagadamba, if you have a strong desire to go to Surgaloka, you worship Jagadamba with great devotion, you can. Jagadamba will see that we enter into Surgaloka also. But there are people, this going to Surga is also easier compared to realizing our true nature. Atmanubhuti, when compared to the realization of one's true nature, going into heaven, going into Vaikunta, going into Satyaloka is also easy. Okay, but she is the Durgama Artham, all that purpose of life, which is impossible to gain. But actually, she is that purpose. So by her grace, anything can be achieved in the life. Durgamartha Swarupini. Durgama Sura Samhantri. So she is the Samhantri, one who is destroyer of Durgama Asura. All that Asuri qualities which are very difficult to conquer, she destroys them. Durgama Asura Samhantri. Also not only thoughts, but Asuras which actually exist in this world. All the negative energies which cannot be conquered otherwise. Just chant Durga's name. All those negative energy can be conquered. Durgama Sura Samhantri. Durgama Yudhadharini. There are 8 hands. In 8 hands, sometimes 8, sometimes 18, sometimes 16, sometimes 4, sometimes 2. So, there are different hands in Jagadamba's, Rupa, and each of the hand has something to hold. Different ayudhas, different weapons. Okay, so Durgama Ayudhadharini, and her weapons are so powerful that nobody will be able to block them. Unblockable, unconquerable weapons. The one who is with so much powerful weapons within her hand that nobody can conquer. Durgama Ayudhadharini. Durgamangi, Angi, Anga, the Sharira. Angi, Shariri, Atma. Durgamangi, the one who is, the one whose body is very difficult to gain, or the one who cannot be achieved, experienced fast. Durgamata, difficult to comprehend. Matam, to understand, to think, to comprehend. Durgamata, difficult to comprehend. Durgamya, impossible to approach. For a bhakta, very easy. But for a vibhakta, abhakta, very difficult to approach. Durgamya, Durgameshwari. She is the Ishwari. She is the goddess of Durgama. Means that cannot be conquered. She is the goddess of the highest worlds, which cannot be conquered. Durgameshwari. Durga Bhima. She is Durga Bhima. And her one name is Bhima Devi. In Himachal Pradesh, there is the temple of Jagadamba, Bhima. Because there was Asuras, who was troubling the world. So Bhagavati took a very terrible form. Bhima means terrible. We hear the name of Bhimasena. Why Bhima? Bhima means terrible, very powerful. Jagadamba is Durga Bhima. She is that form Bhagavati took as Bhima, and destroyed Asuras. So she is that Durga Bhima, very terrible in form and difficult to approach. Durga Bhama. And also, she is the Bhama. She is the most, loved one of the Bhagavan Sri Parameshwara. Durga Bhama. Durga Bhama, the wife of Sri Parameshwara, the better half of Sri Parameshwara, Durga Bhama. The love of Lord. Durga Bha. And she is the Bha. Bha means Prakasha. That's why we are known as Bharata. Why India is known as Bharata? In a few I think months before, the government, central government wanted to use the word Bharata. And there was an uproar. No, we will not use. What to say, that's such a nice word. India is a word which is found, given by foreigners. Our true name for our land is Bharatam. In our scriptures, in our books, India is always indicated as Bharata. Before, because it is, they say, one is because Bharata Raja, he is because of the sun. Before him, our land used to be known as Ajadabha. Our land used to know Ajadabha. When the Bharata became our king, emperor, afterwards it came to know Bharata. That's one story. But actually, what is the meaning of Bharata? Bhasi Ramate, the land which rejoices in light of wisdom. A land which rejoices in the light of wisdom is known as Bharata. And that we don't want to call our land Bharata. Why? Because we don't rejoice in the light of wisdom. So, here also, Durga Bhama. Bhama means, Bhama, Bha means Prakasha. Bhama, one who is self-effulgent. Very beautiful, very attractive. Embodiment of beauty and light, which is incomprehensible for common man. Durga Bhama. Durga Bha. So, Prakasha. That Prakasha which is uncomparable, she is the embodiment of that kind of Prakasha. Durga-darini. Darini, the one who kills, one who destroys, one who opens up. What? Durgam. Durgam, forts. Forts are there. Jagadamba is the one who can break any fort. What is the highest fort? Ahankara. Our highness is the strongest fort, and Jagadamba can even destroy that fort also. That's why Durga, what is that? Durga-darini. Darini, one who pierces, one who destroys the ego, the fort of ego. Namavali mimam yastu Durgaya mamamanavah. Chaitanya says, if somebody chants these 32 names of mine, padhet sarva bhayan muktaha bhavishyati na samsayah. If anyone chants these 32 names of mine, then that person shall be, blessed. He will be able to conquer, give up all his fear, and he will be blessed with the greatest wisdom. Okay? So that is the meaning. Na samsaya, there is no doubt. This is the meaning of this 32 mantra. There's a homework. You homework here also. There's no homework. Just write down these mantras and the meanings. Just direct meaning also. Please, so we have explained the entire meaning. So when you get time, today afternoon or sometime, write each name. Durga is equal to meaning. Whatever is the meaning you understood. Okay? Durga Arti Shamani. So when you write down, then you understand that some names you are not very clear. When we write down, now otherwise class we think, oh, I understood everything. But when we try to reproduce it, then we see the gaps between the knowledge. So what we should do? We should discuss with others. This is known as Tatchintanam, Tatkadanam, Anyonyam, Tatprabodhanam. Hey, Swamiji said Durgamadhyana Bhasana. What is the meaning of that? So, discuss with each other and then write down the proper names, proper mantra, proper meaning of these mantras. So, if you are taking up this upasana, then, when we chant these mantras, then that meaning also automatically comes to our mind. Then our japa becomes 100-fold powerful. Okay? So, let us chant the mantra once more together. Durga, Durga-dvatrimsat-mala, Durga-dvatrimsat-mala, Durga-machedini, Durga-sadhini, Durga-dvatrimsat-mala, Lokadavanala, Durgama, Durgamaloka, Durgamatmaswarupini, Margaprada, Durgamavidya, Durgamashrita, Durgamajnana Samsthana, Durgamadhyana Bhasini, Durgamoha, Durgamaga, Durgamarthaswarupini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgabha, Durgabhima, Durgabhama, Durgabha, Durgadarini, Notmavalimimam yastu, Duritaya mama manavaha, Padhet sarva bhavishyati na samshayaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.